Talking about two thoroughbreds going at it right now. Sampras had opportunities in the second set, up a set, to put this guy down.
Thank you.
Guga
Ready
came
for
back. Now, more opportunities for Sampras slipping through his hands. Sampras only 3 of 13 on break points this match.
Let versus.
Dead even here, 4-all in the third. Remember, this is a best-of-5 championship battle with the Ericsson Open Trophy.
15 love.
Look at this match update so far. Almost done with 3 sets. First serve percentage is good by both players, but look at the winners for Kuerten compared to unforced errors. 32-10. Sampras still looking strong. You know the puncher in Sampras is going to make a few more unforced errors, but it's the opportunities lost that has killed Pete Sampras. Like I said before, 3 of 13 on break points.
Rare wild serve from Pete Sampras. Good pass from Kuerten there.
15-all.
Pete lunging for that forehand volley. Just couldn't get enough wood on it.
15-all. Ace number 18 for Sampras. 30-15.
I'm really surprised Guga hasn't taken a step over to that forehand wing in the deuce side. Sampras continues to hit those big key serves over there, first and second. Gustavo Kuerten laying back 6 to 7 feet behind the baseline, letting the serve from Sampras slow down a little bit so he can clock it. This time going inside out with the forehand. Racket head is back once again, and he times it perfectly.
30-all, 4-all. Same place again, Luke.
But he's so far deep, it's almost Borg-like. Even Bjorn Borg used to play his matches. He used to return 10 to 12 feet behind the baseline. Look how deep Gustavo is, just trying to give himself a chance to get the ball back. Pulled way off the court.
40-30 points from 5-4. And he has it, Pete Sampras. We're on serve. Here in the third set, Pete Sampras up 5-4, set apiece.
Stuart Kobach, hopeless dreamer, hapless entrepreneur. Kobach and Company went bust after 2 years. The Kobach partnership lasted all of 6 months. 1-800-CALL-KOBACH never even got off the ground. His latest pipe dream, Kobach.com. How's it doing? It's hanging in there. Connect and create something. Bell South.
The best tennis players in the world play on the ATP Tour. And like all great competitors, they disagree on just about everything. Which tournaments to play, surfaces, line calls, playing styles, even which language to argue in. But there is one thing they do agree on. The ball. The Penn ATP Tour ball.
Well, the folks enjoying the Ericsson Open here. The numbers come out all the time at these big tournaments, and it's a commentary on American food eating habits that we'll pass along to here. There's a fault. For instance, so far here at the tournament, 62,000 hot dogs have been served, while only 7,000 fish sandwiches have been served.
Well, 3,000 of those dogs were mine. You know, it's baseball season and everything.
That sounds very American to me, that discrepancy in number. Wide from Kuerten.
Love 15.
Pete Sampras has had opportunities to break in his last return game. Pete, the silent killer, doesn't show much emotion at all. Sticking with his game plan to keep the ball low with the chip backhand. A classic chip and charge maneuver. Pull your opponent out wide, force the short ball. And Pete gets on top of the ball, carving underneath it, creating the underspin.
Sampras winning a duel of backhands here.
See how the racket starts up high on that slice backhand? And then he carves underneath it. That's going to generate the underspin. That's going to keep the ball low.
Love 30. Door open for Sampras here. There have been no breaks in this third set. That's long. Sampras did when he hit it. Started to charge and then just stopped.
But that was the type of what I call John McEnroe chip and charge play, where he tries to loft it a little bit to give himself 2 or 3 more steps closer to the net. Now, if he puts a lot of pace on it, he's not going to be able to have the time to get in tight. So it's a different type of button come in.
15-30. Gustavo Kuerten of Brazil serving.
But that's what Pete Sampras wants to try to do off the ground. Dominate the middle with his forehand. Hit a ball up in the strike zone, gave himself the green light, and he went for the homer, just missing it wide.
30 all.
Good play from Gustavo Kuerten. Taking the short ball, surprising Sampras by serving out wide. This is the return, nice and short. Gustavo getting up to it quickly, driving the ball deep, and the open backhand volley.
40-30. Kuerten holds from love 30. We're all even again at 5 all. The match is all even, a set apiece. Best of 5 championship here at the Ericsson Open.
Yeah, 16 years of great history. Look at all the Americans who dominated. Courier, Agassi, Sampras, Agassi. Not until recently with Krajicek, who's injured right now. That's why he didn't come to defend. Rios, Mooster. It's been basically all Americans. Tim Matt won this first event 16 years ago over Scott the Hitman Davis.
Thank you.
He got it. Good return from Kuerten. Anticipation, good delivery. Love 15.
There's that Borg-like return, standing 10 feet behind the baseline.
Love 30.
Just telling Sampras, yeah, this is a good play if you can swing around me. But if you try to serve through me, I'm going to be sitting here waiting to rip a ground stroke. As he rips that backhand return low, and Sampras can't handle it.
Love 30 opportunity looming here for Kuerten. And the second serve to look at here. See if he stays as deep.
Moves him just a hair, but not too much.
Oh, he knocked it long. He was in
15,
position.
30.
109 miles an hour, love 30 at 5-all in the third set. Big guts for Pete Sampras.
Meat and potatoes for Sampras on that point. 30-all.
Gustavo just trying anything to get the ball back. Trying to get the serve back and then set up a passing shot, but Pete all over the net. Stinging volleys, and then the overhead.
Match dead even again.
That's the way to serve a guy who's standing way deep in the court.
40.
He gives you angles then. You can serve a kicker down the middle and pull him over that way, or that big slice wide. When a returner's standing deep in the court, all he's trying to do is take away the pace. Take away that serve that's going into the body or through the court.
Point from 6-5 for Sampras. Good return. Oh, yes! Gustavo Kuerten. Good run for that, and what a shot when he got there.
The running forehand. It starts with the backhand return. See how far over he was? Pete hit the nice kick serve, but it's a good return that sets up this. Boom!
And that brings his fans alive again. The Guga chant.
Pete's doing the right thing, letting the
Players are
crowd
ready.
settle down a bit.
Deuce.
All day. If Guga's going to sit 10 feet behind the baseline, he's just got to nail that wide serve. Now, if I'm Guga, I stay that far back, but I move over a hair to my forehand side. Give Pete the down the middle serve.
Let. First serve.
Headed Sampras, second serve coming. 5-all, third set.
Broken string.
Broken string, and the ball goes well long.
Now, he doesn't get a first serve on this. He has to stay with a second serve. Now, if Guga were to break a string during his serve, it would be, let me get this straight. I'm trying to get this right. If the opponent broke the string on a return of serve that was long, it would be a first serve.
Thank you.
Sampras with a supply of 6 to 8 rackets in his bag, just gets a new one out. And he delivers the ace. And goes up 6-5 on serve in the third.
Hi, I'm Luke Jensen, and welcome to the Ericsson Open. Actually, I'm in the Ericsson Expo, where Ericsson is bringing tennis back to the fans.
You can vote for your favorite players, like Pete Sampras, Yannick Noah, and,
Jensen, Luke Jensen. Come on, vote for me. Come on, I need the votes. I need the votes. I need to get into the Hall of Fame.
sample the latest Ericsson phones.
Mom. Yeah, I'm at the Ericsson Open. No, I'm not playing, but I got free phone calls. Hello? Hello? Hi, my name is Luke Jensen, and I'm with the world-famous tennis player, Luke Jensen. So tell me, how are things going? I'm doing good. How's the tennis? Not so good. Wait a second. My Ericsson phone is ringing. The phone call. It's my Ericsson phone. Yeah? No, it's for me. It's my Ericsson. No. It's for me. It's for me. It's for me. No, it's for me. Relax. It's for me. It's for me. No, it's for me.
Choose one. A, sanding and varnishing. B, a well-placed rug. C, dousing and wiping. Because it isn't wood, it isn't vinyl. It's Pergo, the revolutionary laminate floor from Sweden. The beautiful floor that stays beautiful through life's less graceful moments.
The Ericsson Open on Fox is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at mbusa.com, and by Ericsson, leading the world in wireless technology.
Kuerten serving at 5-6 in the third.
15 love.
That's a nice ace.
Number 8 for him.
Yeah, I want to clear up my thought on that, finish my thought. Now, if Sampras was serving and hit a false serve and Gustavo broke a string, went to the sideline, then Pete would get a first serve on that.
That's long. 30 love. Kuerten. Kuerten serving here to force a tie break in the third set.
Sampras, once again, like I said, 3 of 13 on break points. That's just killer in this match. He also, he didn't have a break point, but he had 15-30 in a setup forehand. And that's what I call another opportunity missed a couple of games ago.
He had him. Kuerten had Sampras sliding left and just missed the open court long.
Well, that's an example of Gustavo wanting to go down the line with the forehand. Pete dashes over. Now in this one, watch Pete dash to his left. And all of a sudden, Gustavo having to change his shot, and he misses it long.
Oh, Kuerten thought he had the paint there, and it was very close indeed.
The Ulrich's not going to overrule that. It's too far away. That landed in another country.
Ball just died on Kuerten there. And Sampras knocked it wide. And look at that shoulder slump. He is unhappy with that shot. 40-15 Kuerten.
Well, just opportunity after opportunity. Just slipping through his fingers.
Number 9 for him, and a good service game. We're into the tiebreak in the third
6
set.
games all. Tie break.
This is the moment of truth for both players in this final right now. The third set tiebreaker. Best of 5 sets, though.
Kuerten won the second set tiebreak, 7 points to 2. And the Google fans come alive again here.
Thank you.
At the Tennis Center at Crandon Park on Key Biscayne across the causeway from Miami. Sampras opens the service in the tiebreak.
Well, you can see Guga sitting on that forehead now. Now second serve from Pete Sampras, who needs to play a clean tiebreaker. Clean volleys, clean returns and ground strokes. Nice second serve, a big kick to the backhand side of the Brazilian.
First point goes to Sampras. Serve comes to Gustavo Kuerten. He'll have the next 2 that alternate to the rest of the way. First to 7, he must win by 2 in the tie break, and they'll change ends after 6 points. Little floater, and Kuerten 2-0. Knocks it outside.
This is exactly what Pete Sampras wants. That early mini break, put the pressure on Gustavo.
Just back. Sampras again there, but off the frame.
It was the speed from Kuerten's
2-1.
passing shot.
Sampras.
It got the better of Pete Sampras. Pete does the right thing. It's nice and low. He doesn't put enough on this volley. It's short, and then boom!
Third back to Sampras. 2 points to 1.
Big kick.
And the net cord keeping the ball down this time.
3-1.
3-1.
Sampras.
Well, the puncher Pete Sampras uses, instead of the big serve, he goes with a 96-mile-an-hour kick serve out wide, trying to get in tight. And he knocks off the backhand volley. Not with a lot of authority, but it's nice and short, and Gustavo can't really run it down.
That's gone. Sampras quickly to 4-1.
Just smart tennis from Pete Sampras. 106 miles an hour, swinging his opponent out wide, opening up the court for a volley, make his opponent try to run down a passing shot.
No breaks in serve in this set. They're in the tiebreak on serve. And a good deep shot from Sampras. 5-1, and they'll change ends. With Sampras in command. One more serve coming to Kuerten.
Pete Sampras needs this tiebreaker a lot more than Gustavo does. Seems like the fitness is starting to be a factor. If you watch the shoulders drop a little bit, the pace from Pete Sampras' walk is a little bit slower, trying to conserve energy, trying to keep the points real short.
He wanted to come in again and missed the backhand.
Sampras.
5-2. Two serves coming to Pete Sampras.
Watch the frustration as he drops the racket head. The form was fine at the top, but as he struck the ball, he loosens up the wrist and he dumps it into the net. Keep that wrist firm at contact.
Serve from Sampras and a big miss.
5-3. Sampras.
Pete Sampras starting to feel the effects of the heat and humidity. And we knew in a best-of-5 set match, if it got long, it's 2 hours and 14 minutes already started in this match. And we're far from over.
He had the set on his racket.
In the second, to go up 2 sets 11, he had a bunch of break points in the third. Still up 5-3 serving in this breaker. Oh, big serve. 104 miles an hour.
6 points to 3, Sampras. Service comes back to Kuerten.
That's where Pete has to play with his tempo, his time. Don't get rushed into points.
That's wide.
6-4.
Gustavo putting the pressure on Pete Sampras, taking the short ball, forcing Pete to try to hit a pass.
Kuerten serving. Sampras up 6-4. Good serve down the tee. Net cord goes out. 6-5.
Pete Sampras goes for the running forehand, one of his favorite shots, and just nicks the net cord that pushes it long.
Two serves coming to Sampras.
But this is set point. He needs this point. Pivotal point in the match.
2 opportunities on his racket here. In the third set, he won the first 6-1. Kuerten won a tiebreak in the second.
Thank you.
And there it is. Sampras in the tiebreak. Now leads 2-1 in this best-of-5 championship final. We'll be back in Miami in the Ericsson Open Championship drama after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
And now a short lesson in sign language.
What's going on here? It's the language, Jerry. She had man hands.
He's a regifter.
She's a two-face. She's got the Jimmy legs. He's a limbo. Mulva. Shrinkage.
Yada, yada, yada.
Stink eye. Brook eye.
Sign language. Hope for the comically challenged. Tomorrow at 6 on Fox 51.
Are we finished? Done.
It's a super home show. Beautifully furnished model homes are on display at the Oaks Mall in Gainesville, March 31st through April 9th. Come see the best built homes in America. This is the best time to buy. Ask about land and home packages. Show homes will be sold at cost. Special interest rates only at the show. Free admission and free parking. Super show at the Oaks Mall at the southeast corner of I-75 and State Road 26, March 31st through April 9th. For 10 days only, this is your last chance. Don't miss the super sale.
You know what's so great about the vehicle program at Roadheaver Boys Ranch? The ranch runs the whole program themselves. When you call to find out about donating a vehicle, you talk right straight to a Roadheaver employee. A ranch staff member comes, picks up your vehicle, and takes it right to the ranch for the auction. There's no middleman. Everything goes to help the kids at Roadheaver. So you get the tax benefits. Remember, Roadheaver gets the vehicle and you help a child. Everybody wins.
American flags for Pete Sampras. It's turned into an international matchup with the American against the Brazilian, and so many Latin fans here cheering for Kuerten, and so many more here cheering for Pete Sampras, who has now taken a 2-1 lead. 6-1, 6-7, 7-6. Kuerten to open the fourth set of this best-of-5 Ericsson Open Men's Championship. $410,000 and a prestigious Tennis Masters Series event title at stake.
Well, the Americans fans rising to the occasion, hearing the Brazilian fans going crazy. Now the Americans going, let's go, Pete.
Luke, you said at the outset, and you said it throughout these 3 sets we've seen, that fitness could play a big role in this.
Well, it's 82 degrees right now on the court. The humidity is up there. And Pete Sampras is not one of the more fit guys. He's used to the matches being quick, the points being quick. And if you can get into a long match with him, we've seen him many times get ill. In his opening round, that second round match against Vince Aguirre, 3 sets, he was hurling. Sampras feeling the need to come in, continuing to put on the pressure.
Love 30. Early opportunity here for Sampras. Opening game, 4th set. He's up 2-1. 15 from Kuerten, his 10th. Into double figures he goes. Sampras has 19.
You get a chance to look at Pete Sampras. Just look at his facial expression. I mean, does this look like a guy who's fresh right now?
The net court again. I mean, Kuerten let him off the hook too. I mean, yeah, exactly. He had a chance to hit the winner and blew it. Sampras stayed in it, but couldn't finish him off.
He's just breathing, and he always has, you know, kind of like a closed demeanor to him. But you can really see when he starts to get fatigued, everything starts to go a little bit slower. It's not as sharp.
40. And he misses the backhand return at 30 all. So Kuerten, a point from opening the 4th set with a hold here.
This is going to be a really good example with this new rule change where there's no break after each odd game.
Well, another good example there. Little half volley block by Kuerten turns into a winning point as Sampras failed to convert. Let's go to Pam Oliver with Kuerten's coach, Larry Passos.
All right, Larry, let's talk about Gustavo's play. What do you like about the way he's playing, even though he's trailing a set?
No, he plays very good tennis. He plays his best match ever in hard court. I'm very happy. He had a love 30 when Pete serving the 2nd set and the ball was out a little bit, so just he needs some luck here.
Do you feel like a long match, which we're at now over 2 hours, benefits Gustavo a little bit better?
I prefer this good one last set because it's better. Now Pete is very good motivation. he served very well in this game. So, but I think the sun coming again. I wait for the 5 sets. Yeah.
All right, Laurie. Thanks a lot. Back up to you, Tim.
Thanks, Pam. I'm not sure whether he wants a long match for Gustavo or not. And Sampras definitely is
15-all.
The Australians might say a little off his boil at this point.
Well, you know Gustavo's going to hang in there, so we watched the miss high forehand volley. Those are tough because there's no pace on the ball. And you have to try to direct it down into the court. But Gustavo was down in the opening round to the Frenchman Clement down a match point, and he battled back to win. Sampras had to battle his way through this tournament. Both these guys are warriors.
15-all.
Let. First serve.
I mean, the stats have been unbelievable for this match. I mean, Laurie's not joking about the best match for Gustavo on a hard court. 39 winners, 14 unforced errors. Playing against the great Pete Sampras.
He's only been in one hard court final. That was the Canadian Open. He lost there.
It's a big country.
So this is a great performance by Kuerten no matter what happens. But right now he's thinking, hey, I can win this thing. There's a good return.
Yeah, Chris Woodruff took him out in that final. That was a quick hard court. But you see him clock that ball. When he does get a chance to set up and hit the shots, his timing is so good, even with the big loopy backswings that he takes.
15-30, and as Laurie Passos predicted, the sun has come back out here, right in the eyes of Sampras.
He's got track shoes, and he's got it.
Gustavo Kuerten.
He's covering 40 feet from deep in the baseline, ripping the backhand return. Nice and low, and then he gets on his horse. Rumbling, rumbling. He's got it.
He's had some long runs, but one thing to get there, that's right. You've got to make a shot like that, a very difficult one for a winner.
He's just making Sampras hit through him, serve through him.
2 break points for the Brazilian.
Look how deep he is. He's deep in that court. Now he moves up just a hair for the second. But he's not worried about getting served off the court. He doesn't want to get that power dominate him. Gives himself a few extra feet for time.
That's too good from Pete Sampras.
But you see what the return was? Gustavo had a chance to rip the return
30,
nice and low
40.
to the feet of Pete Sampras. Look at this. Topspin on that ball. Almost too short. Where Pete was able to drive it with the forehand for the winner.
30-40, still a break point. That's great touch from Sampras there. No chance. There's Gustavo Kuerten.
This is a guy who relies on his serve. Gustavo Kuerten has taken Pete Sampras out of that game plan. That first serve, 95 miles an hour, kicked deep into the court, and then the beautiful drop volley. The touch of an angel.
Back to deuce. 2 break points saved by Sampras. And he has a big, deep serve wide again.
This reminds me so much of the old McEnroe-Borg days when McEnroe would be serving those big sliders and Borg would be 20 feet behind the baseline, returning that ball, and Mac would hit to the open court. Borg would run down a pass.
Advantage, Sampras. Down the tee this time. A good serving by Sampras. Evens it at 1 here in the 4th.
1 game all.
Staving off 2 break points.
The big advantage John McEnroe had was that left-handed can opener serve. All the big points are played in the ad court. The 15-30s, the add-ins, the add-outs.
Sampras coming to the net. Perfect volley.
Love 15.
Speaking of Bjorn Borg, the great Swede, while we're at the Eriksson Open, there he is, 5-time Wimbledon champion. Stone never argued a call except for once in Madison Square Garden.
Wonder if he's got a free Ericsson phone.
He should. A fleet of
a lifetime supply. Great Swedish tennis hero. And Guga.
Now he's in trouble. Love 30.
Love
Pete
30.
Sampras picking up his game. Driving the backhand down the line.
Of 30. Opportunity for Sampras. 1-all fourth set. Sampras up 2-1.
Pete has to smash and crash here. It's a good deep,
long, yeah.
but it's a good deep second serve. 90 miles an hour, deep in the box.
2 hours, 27 minutes they've been out here. In the fourth set, we're at 1-all. 15-30.
Nice ace. Buck 13 going out wide.
30-all. Number 11 for Kuerten.
Just watch Pete Sampras' demeanor. Look at that body language. The sweat just beating up on his face as he crouches down for the return.
That's long. 30-all. Second serve. And a double.
40.
Here we go. Another opportunity. He's 3 of 13 in break point opportunities. Pete Sampras is in this match.
Thank you.
He takes his time. See if Pete pulls out the dice and dash play on this second serve.
Paid back and knocked that one just long. Deuce. Break point saved. Kuerten with a little help from Sampras.
Ace wide.
Number 12.
108 on the gun.
Going from 2-1 in the fourth here for Gustavo Kuerten of Brazil.
Game.
Another ace. Back-to-back. Number 13 for Kuerten holds for 2-1 here in the fourth set.
It's easy to feel lost in technology. Now there's advanced technology that's easy to use. The Ericsson A1228. Simple is powerful. Ericsson.
Since the mall opened just out of town, Charlie Tucker's had a hard time selling anything around here. Good thing he signed that distribution deal with Asia and Latin America. Connect and create something. Bell South.
It seems like they were thinking about it from the beginning.
In the 1930s, they built their first safety test vehicle.
In 51, they patented front and rear crumple zones.
In 1960, they patented their safety steering system
and pioneered anti-lock brakes in 78.
In 1997, they built a more crash-compatible SUV.
Now they have vehicles with 8 airbags.
Because one thing has always been most important.
Fox Monday. The critics are raving about the new hit comedy Titus, calling it darkly funny, hilariously edgy, and laugh out loud funny. Brace yourself for an all-new Titus tomorrow at 8:30 p.m., 7:30 Central on Fox. Pete Sampras at 1-2 on serve here in the fourth set. He's up 2-1 against Gustavo Kuerten. Tim Ryan, Luke Jensen, Pam Oliver live here. Shadows have now taken over the court at the Ericsson Open Tennis Center, Brandon Park on Key Biscayne across the water from Miami.
Well, the lights are on now. This match 2 hours and 31 minutes old. Pete Sampras Just letting opportunities slip through his hands, even though he's up 2-1. Played a solid breaker, a gutsy breaker in the third set.
Left. First serve.
First serve percentage for Pete Sampras for the match at 63%. 19 aces, 6 double faults, 43 winners, 38 unforced errors. But look at Guga. 44 winners, only 15 unforced errors. The match of his hard court life. And still down.
Big serve from Sampras, setting up the easy overhead.
30 love.
30 love, Pete Sampras.
And that's a good 1-2 punch from Pete Sampras. Using the big kick serve, giving himself time to get to the net to knock off the next volley. You're not trying to win it with your serve. You're trying to win it with the second shot.
Guga going for it.
40 love.
The net.
Good clean game for Pete Sampras. A smart game.
40 love.
We haven't seen too many 120s or 130s from Pete Sampras. He's really doing it with a 3/4 pace serve now. And his second serve. There's a 119. He almost labors to hit that right now. I mean, it's been a long match, a long tournament for Pete Sampras.
Double fault number 7. Makes it 40-15.
Well, that's a garbage point at 40 love. Basically, you don't want to get into a long rally. You're running out of fuel. Just getting a little bit tired. Just try to get a cheap point. Oh, that's beautiful.
Number 20 for Sampras. 2-all, fourth.
2 games all.
Pete Sampras is going into the pit stops with his rackets. As you can see, both stringers up and going. This is right down here in the basement, in the dungeon. Both of his rackets. Every time he breaks 2 strings, he sends them off to get restrung. That's 18 gauge natural gut. At 75 pounds. It's an arm breaker.
15 love.
Normally Pistol Pete has his own personal stringer, but during matches, we have time to really ship him off. And so what happens, he used the on-site stringing service, Jay Schwade. He's got his stringing service here. It's an army of stringers.
Open court for Sampras, takes advantage of that.
One of the few big forehands we've seen from Pete Sampras off the ground. He's been misfiring, but look at the balance. See how he's ready? It's all about time, Tim. And when there's time, any player can knock off those great shots.
30-15.
And Kuerten continuing to serve effectively. 14 aces for him.
The second football, yeah.
Not bad for him.
Another misfire off the forehand side.
40-15.
This time he wasn't set up. He was doing the kind of the running forehand, and he decided to try to open it up, try to create something, and he pushes it long.
Left. First serve.
Pete Sampras gritting his teeth. Starting to suck a lot of air.
Well, he stops that long, and Kuerten holds easily. 3-2 in the fourth. Down 2 sets to 1 to Pete Sampras, the number 2 seed.
Jenny Sanchez, age 17. She's got her mother's eyes. She's got her infectious laugh. She's got her loving nature, which is why her father got her a cell phone.
Dad, I'm just hanging out.
Connect and create something. Bell South.
Everyone moves to their own music. Give your callers their own personal ring, so you can always hear them coming. The Ericsson T18 with musical caller ID. Ericsson.
It's the Santa Anita Derby on Fox. The best 3-year-olds in the West square off live from Santa Anita Park this Saturday on Fox.
Back at the Ericsson. Kuerten up 3-2 in the fourth on serve, but down 2-1 to Pete Sampras serving now. Sampras showing some signs of fatigue between these two games. And he knows that with that 2-1 advantage, it's obviously in his interest to suck it up and try and finish it off here in the fourth. Great return.
The dagger. Now he's got to make a decision right now if you're Pete Sampras.
Love 15.
If he holds here, then he's committed to winning this fourth. If Gustavo can pull out forehands like this as he snaps at it, go down the line, then he has to conserve some energy and basically throw this fourth set and get ready for the fifth. Go down the line. That's a clutch
15
volley
all.
bet.
Trying to change over, looking for that a little extra potassium, a little extra rush, putting some fuel in the tank.
Kuerten looking the fresher of the two, but that's not uncommon in a long match involving Sampras. Just don't count him out because he's won too many of these long ones in his long and distinguished career, even when he has looked down and out.
Well, Gustavo's a clay court player. He plays a lot of long matches. He doesn't, have that huge, consistent first serve to have short points. So he's out there all the time playing long matches, and he's used to it. Pete Sampras usually plays a lot of quick points. Boom, boom, boom. So when he does get into a dogfight, fitness becomes a factor.
Serve and volley there paid off for him. 30-15. Kind of points he'd like to have on everyone. Oh, gorgeous. Drop volley, no chance for Kuerten, who started from well behind the baseline.
14-15.
Well, basically, see how deep Gustavo is? This is taking away the big serve of Pete Sampras. Pete Sampras is now hitting just basically kick serves, that one 114 miles an hour instead of usually the 120, 125 bomb.
40-15.
As the sun comes out once again right into the face of Pete Sampras. That first serve only 99 miles an hour. You really see the decrease in speed from Pete Sampras' serve. That one 107. Thanks for coming.
So Sampras holds the 3-all here in the fourth, leading 2-1. Kuerten talking to himself.
Yeah, he's frustrated because he can smell blood in the water. He knows Pete's right at the edge, and he can take him into a fifth set. If he can just make Pete play some first volleys. Critical game for Pete Sampras right now. He has to strike.
Missing on his drop volley attempt. Well back in the court.
It's the only drop shot he's missed the entire match. This is kind of like a brain dead shot. When you have a guy in the ropes like this, sometimes you get anxious and try to move him around too much. Continue with your game plan. Broken string.
Wouldn't have got to that anyway. Good drop that time from Kuerten.
Now watch Pete Sampras conserve his energy here. Take his time on this changeover. There's another racket that needs to go into the pits. 18 gauge gut. Watch the ball just explode into the string. Sound effects too, Tim.
Very good. Sounded exactly like a string breaking there. 15 in slow motion. That's what I liked about the way he did that.
Super slow-mo.
15 all second serve. 3 all fourth set. Kuerten saw that one. He was ready.
Well, Pete Sampras trying to chip and charge, but Gustavo, the counterpuncher, likes the guy in his face. That's why this matchup has been so intriguing. It's the puncher versus the counterpuncher.
Just wide. 30-15. Second serve coming. Wide, 40-15.
But there's no zip on that backhand. See, it was almost massaged back, and the net cord actually bumped it out wide. But there's no pace on that shot. And there's Paul Annacone charting the match. But actually, no, he's put the pad away.
Another loose shot from Sampras, and Kuerten holds easily to 4-3. We'll return to Miami and the Ericsson Open after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
If your phone has been disconnected or you can't get home phone service for any reason, call Smoke Signal, America's #1 alternative home phone company. Smoke Signal offers fast, convenient service and pulls no punches. Receive basic phone service, unlimited local calling, and 30 minutes free long distance for just $49 per month. Sign up for Smoke Signal by calling 1-877-TALK-NOW and get connected.
At 6 o'clock Eastern Time, Tim Ryan with Luke Jensen and Pam Oliver live from the Ericsson Open in Miami. Pete Sampras serving now to Gustavo Kuerten in the fourth set at 3-4. Sampras is up 2-1.
Pete Sampras playing the fatigue game now. What you're trying to do with Pete Sampras is to hold your serve. Try to get into a breaker and then take some shots on the return game. See, he's not getting up for that overhead now.
Luckily for him, he didn't have to go very high.
That's right.
Kuerten just kind of blocking that back. Didn't get a real good move on the ball.
Now, if you're Gustavo, you want to try to fight and scrap and dig every ball back and make Pete hit another shot. One more shot. Dig into those fuel reserves that Pete has.
15 love.
Pete Sampras with the 89-mile-an-hour kick serve, forcing Gustavo into a make or break backhand return.
30 love. Pete Sampras trying to even things at 4 here on the fourth set. He leads 2-1 at this Ericsson Open. $410,000 to the winner. Men's Championship best of 5 final. Sampras rolls out to a 40 love lead in this game.
Watch Sampras labor around the court, side to side, taking his time, trying to control the tempo, picking his fights out here. Up 40-love in this game. It's a great hold for him if he can close out the game right now. Then he can take a couple of shots at the Kuerten return.
$14,000 fans. Definitely quiet at the moment here. Sampras' second serve. Stretch volleys for that winner. And a love game for Sampras. 4-all here in the fourth set. He's up 2-1, flagging a little, but coming up with the shots. Well, don't forget tonight on Fox at 7 p.m. Eastern, Futurama. And at 7:30, King of the Hill, followed by The Simpsons, and then Malcolm in the Middle. And then finally at 9 o'clock, The X-Files. All on Fox tonight.
Is that your show, The X-Files?
I watched that show.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Simpsons is more my speed.
50 love for Gustavo Kuerten. I'm not surprised about it. I'm not surprised.
I'm a Homer guy.
You're a Homer kind of guy. A mishit from Sampras on the return. 30 love for Kuerten. Oh, yes. Classic backhand from Sampras pass. And Kuerten and 30-15.
I think Sampras staying down with the backhand pass, stepping in with his front foot, putting all the weight on that front foot to direct the ball cross court. I think Gustavo's starting to get tired now. 2 hours and 49 minutes old this match. And he didn't make a stab at that pass.
Sampras coming in.
That's it, Pete. Way to go.
And that pays off. 30-all.
Gustavo really not on his toes for that pass. He thought Pete was going to put a little bit more juice on the high backhand. He ended up just lunging at it and missing the lob.
No breaks in this set so far. We're at 30-all, 4-all. And an ace number 16 from Kuerten.
Sampras with 20 aces, and Gustavo getting close to matching that number. Only 4 double faults from Gustavo, too. Good stats from the Brazilian.
Point from 5-4 in the fourth. And coming in, and he misses the volley.
Chart that down. That could be a very key point in this match. Laurie very disappointed in that volley. You're only at deuce, but you don't want to give Sampras another look at a break.
Good serve and a good deep approach shot. Advantage Kuerten.
Good concentration and mental toughness from Gustavo after blowing that volley to put together a good combination.
We got it. Gustavo Kuerten. 5 games to 4 in the fourth set. They're on serve. Sampras leads 2-1.
Kuerten leads 5 games to 4.
It's easy to feel lost in technology. Now there's advanced technology that's easy to use. The Ericsson A1228. Simple is powerful. Ericsson.
What would you like to change about your full-service brokerage?
I don't want to negotiate with a broker for fees.
I would prefer to pay a fee based on assets.
Prudential started a revolution in full-service brokerage. Prudential Advisor. Simpler pricing is just the beginning.
I want the flexibility offered by online trading, but I want the backup of a partner.
We all want choices.
Prudential Advisor gives you choices. Online trading, advice, a personal relationship. It's everything you want from full-service brokerage.
Thank you. Ready for play.
They are on serve in the fourth set. Pete Sampras now serving 4-5. He leads 2-1 over Gustavo Kuerten of Brazil, the number 6 seed in this tournament, the 23-year-old having his best hard court tournament ever. And serve and volley from Sampras, 15 love.
Both players feeling there's nothing left in the tank. Pete Sampras doing it on guts. Gustavo has lost the speed that was running down passing shot after passing shot.
Nearly 3 hours they've been out there, 2:53. Hot sunny conditions in the 80s here, humid.
.97 miles an hour on that kick serve, and this is where Gustavo, I think, has done his job by making Pete Sampras, turning this match into a physical battle, making that serve slow up just a bit. Now it's time to step into the court, to take that return early, to put a little bit more juice on your returns and surprise Sampras.
30 love Pete Sampras. Double fault number 8 for Sampras. 30-15.
Every point crucial now for both players. Pete Sampras going for that second serve, but missing it at 110 miles an hour. Gustavo taking the big swing on the forehand side and just couldn't time it right. Frames it into the net.
40-15. Point from 5 all here in the fourth. Huge serve. 122 down the middle. And we're even at 5.
5 games on.
Today's match produced by Harold Hecht and directed by Peter Bleckner. Our associate directors Larry Lancaster and Mike Roy. The broadcast associate is Derek Manning. The senior producer is Bill Brown. The executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorn and David Hill. And we thank our outstanding technical crew for their great coverage these last couple of days. Martina Hingis defeating Lindsay Davenport in the women's final yesterday. And this titanic battle here between Kuerten and Sampras into the fourth set. 5 all.
Oh, both of these players just locking horns right now. Delivering with delivering blows. Pete Sampras off the serve, trying to attack the Brazilian Kuerten. And Gustavo coming up with passing shots. Staying down with the backhand, accelerating through the ball.
Good serve from Kuerten. 30 love.
30 love.
It's now tie break again. Kuerten won the first one in set 2. Sampras won in set 3. That's long. 40 love. An easy service game to this point for Kuerten. Paul Annacone, the coach and confidant of Pete Sampras. Every now and then his shoulders sag a little too as he perhaps senses the weariness in the part of his charge. And a love game for Kuerten goes 6-5 here in the fourth.
6 games.
Don't leave this one.
Hi, I'm Luke Jensen, Stadium Court at the Ericsson Open. Now, tennis and Ericsson have a lot more in common than you may think. Check this out.
In order to succeed in tennis, you've got to have a well-rounded game. Power, mobility, coverage, dominate the net.
Yeah!
Power can devastate your competition. Mobility puts you in position. Coverage gets you where you need to be. The complete player, however, must also dominate the net. Ericsson, leading the world in wireless technology.
Max Driscoll, age 79. Widower since 1993. Alone. Solitary. Then he got email. Connect and create something. Bell South.
Get your tailgate party ready for Fox's Homecoming game.
Do we have any food that wasn't brutally slaughtered?
The veal might have died of loneliness.
The Simpsons, tonight at 8 on Fox.
Brazilian flags waving as the sun is setting here at the Ericsson Open in Miami. Pete Sampras will serve to try and force yet another tie break, the third in a row in this match. We're in the fourth set at 5-6. 15 long. Gustavo Kuerten getting the crowd on its feet as he came back onto the court ahead of Sampras. Energized by their support here. He expected it, so did Sampras. He said he knew there'd be a big Latin contingent, many of them Brazilian, cheering for Kuerten in this final. Sampras thought he had it.
That's to buy a little extra time, too.
Yet another tennis player ploy.
Well, you know, I don't want to say it's bad gamesmanship, but, you know, when you're low on fuel, you got to try to get any bit of energy and take some time as much as you can, especially if we go into 5 sets. A nice return from Gustavo. Nearing 3 hours in this match. Ripping the forehand return low, and Pete Sampras can't handle the half volley.
Gotta love these 3 of 5 finals in big tournaments like the Ericsson is. They call it the 5th Grand Slam. 96 of the best players in the world. Ton of prize money, 410 grand to the winner of this. And it just, when you go 3 of 5, you get what we're seeing now. There's added drama. It's a question of stamina being part of the result. And it's a terrific, dramatic thing to have in a big tournament. We've got that. Sampras. No mistake.
What people don't understand at home, these players are running over 5 miles in this match. Not just running or jogging, they're sprinting. And they stop for a second and they sprint again for 3 hours. The frustration mounting. He knows he's right at the brink. He can take this set.
He thought that ball was long and threw it up there. It was an easy knockdown for Sampras. 30-15. Half volley wide.
30 all.
30 all.
You have to go all the way back about 15 hours ago when Pete Sampras was up 6-1, 5-4, serving for the second set. He was almost ready to put this match into the cooler. And he only got one first serve in that game. Gustavo breaks back, wins the breaker, and then it's been an entirely different type of match.
Very close call down the middle. 122 miles an hour. Oh! Kuerten perfectly lined up, slapped that forehand down there for a winner.
He steps into this 106-mile-an-hour second serve out to the forehand wing, picks his target, and nails it.
Great point, set point.
Thank you, players already. Thank you.
And a second serve to look at.
See if Gustavo steps into the second one like he did in the last point.
Gave it a ride, but too far a ride.
Well, Pete Sampras does the right thing to try to get the ball high on the backhand of Gustavo Kuerten. And Gustavo doesn't have that extra hand like the two-hander to really control that ball. And the one-hander has such a tough time when the ball is above their shoulders to control it.
Deuce. Kuerten back about 8 feet behind the baseline.
Just to battle it back, and he just misses the net cord there. Pete Sampras just hanging in there. Toughing it out.
Point from the tie break. Taking off a break point.
We got it.
Just got the paint. Back to Deuce.
Guga has found a formula for Pete Sampras on the serve. He tries to kick it nice and high. Guga 10 feet behind the baseline, ripping it cross court, showing the strength in the shoulder and forearm to move that ball.
And a great forehand return.
What do you do if you're Pete Sampras? You hit a nice kick serve on that last point. The guy ripped it. Then you hit him, you swung the guy out wide in the deuce court, and he rips the forehand.
Second set point for the Brazilian. Chance of Guga again is nicknamed. They must be riveted down in Brazil in this match, watching on television. Sampras all over that one. Good anticipation. Held his ground. Knocks off the volley to get back to Deuce.
Well, Pete Sampras would give you a fist pump if there was any energy to give you a fist pump. Because this is almost the match. The inside-out backhand volley and the lunge with the forehand volley into the open court. Watch his split step. Lunges. Great balance.
Something he talked about to the press this week. He said, you know, you guys seem to talk about a lot of my attributes, but I think something you leave out is my footwork, my balance, my speed to the ball.
Oh, he's an all-around athlete. You can see the way he covers overheads and covers passing shots. That he can do that. The running forehand's another work of art.
Second serve at Deuce. That's just too good.
104 miles an hour. When it's critical that he has to get the point.
Advantage Sampras again. Point from the tie break. And Sampras wins the battle of that game, and what a battle it was. We're into the tie break again. Third in a row in this match. Kuerten won the first in set 2. Sampras won set 3. And they're going at it again. Don't forget, following tennis, quite a lineup tonight on Fox. Some of the most popular programs at 7 o'clock Eastern and Pacific Futurama. Followed by King of the Hill, The Simpsons, Malcolm in the Middle, and The X-Files. Kuerten will serve first in the tiebreak.
Let's see if Pete attacks on this one to try to establish aggressiveness in this breaker.
Right on the line, and he's in perfect position.
Depth is everything. Pete Sampras doesn't pull out a juice on this forehand return, but he places it right on the paint.
1-0 and 2 serves coming to Sampras, and they'll alternate 2 the rest of the way. First player to 7 wins the tiebreak and the set, but you must win it by 2 points. Oh, great little pickup.
He's got it.
Kuerten can't do anything with that, and he is angry.
Well, he knows what Sampras is coming with. The big kick serve and then the drop volley. So he makes the return, and then he has the motor there. And it's amazing what 1 hour of sprints can do. He's just a half a step late.
3 hours and 7 minutes into the match in this tiebreak in the 4th set. Sampras up 2 sets to 1.
This is a great learning tool for young players right now. Watch how Sampras plays at his tempo. Sets up his serve.
3-0 Sampras.
The Americans are going crazy in the stands, standing up, cheering their man on. Next week, Sampras is going on to the Great Western Forum for Captain John McEnroe to represent the United States.
And Guga will be back in Brazil for his Davis Cup team against the Slovak Republic. International flavor here for sure. A lot of Davis Cup atmosphere. Sampras coming in again. And too much pace that time from Kuerten. Sampras knocks it long, and Kuerten's on the board in the tiebreak. Another serve coming.
He was right on top of the net, but it was the pace from Gustavo's forehand reply that was too much.
3-1 Sampras. That's wide.
4-1. Sampras.
Looks like he just rushed it. And it is 4-1 Sampras.
Pete Sampras being the aggressor.
3 points from the championship.
Only 18 unforced errors from Gustavo Kuerten, but maybe the most costly on that last backhand.
2 serves coming now to Sampras. 2 service points. That's out.
4-2. Sampras.
4-2.
They're going to change sides right now. It looked like Pete Sampras got caught up on the ground. Don't want to say he tripped, but almost like his foot caught the cement. He couldn't really split and lunge after that backhand volley.
Having played 6 points, they change ends. Kuerten called to the chair umpire asking for his racket, which is just now being returned to him. And he's going to change to the new racket, newly strung.
Now the reason he's doing that, usually the newly strung racket's a little bit tighter. That's going to give you a little bit more control, where Gustavo can freely swing at that ball and still have the control to keep the ball in.
That's too good from Sampras. Serve and volley stop. 5-2.
5-2.
Service coming now to Kuerten for the next 2 points.
Pete Sampras swinging the ball out wide with the serve and then volleying to the open court. Gustavo needs a big first serve in here.
Wide.
6-2.
And the court open.
Sampras.
Knocked it wide by about 2 inches. 6-2 Sampras.
All guts
championship points.
All guts from Pete Sampras right now.
Thank you. Other serve coming from Kuerten. And Sampras with a second serve to look at. He's charging, and it's long.
6-3.
6-3.
Sampras.
Service comes back to Sampras. The match is on his racket.
Well, this is where Pete likes to go down the middle with that serve. That big swinger. He's been going there all day to the forehand of Gustavo Kuerten. Watch him take his time, get the fastest ball. There's Paul Anacona's coach. Setting up for the last dagger.
Thank you.
Good return from Kuerten on a tough serve. 126.
6-4.
Pete Sampras put everything into it on that swinger down the middle. Gustavo was right there, short backswing. Once again, going for this championship.
Still a match point on his racket. He has 1 more service point before it comes back the other way to Kuerten.
He's been going out wide all day. I expect him to go down the tee.
Just wide.
It was close.
Fans were on their feet thinking he had the paint with an ace. Alt called. Second serve.
He doesn't get it.
Kuerten. And the service comes to Kuerten at 6-5.
6-5.
What a battle here at the Ericsson. The Brazilian has only been in one other hard court final. He grew up on the clay in Brazil. That's still his strength. But on this tour, you got to play all surfaces, and he continues to improve.
Oh, the backhand too short from Pete Sampras.
Even at 6, and they'll change hands. Another service coming to Kuerten.
Now we're going to see the real mental toughness from the champion, the American Pete Sampras. After squandering so many match points, serving for 2 of them. The Brazilian crowd going crazy right now in the green and gold.
Players are ready. Thank you.
Gustavo Kuerten.
It's good.
He got it. Topping brought it down right on the line. 7-6, Sampras.
It just shows you character from Pete Sampras. He's dying right now. Oh, and that's going to be a warning.
Kuerten did not like the call, but he didn't have a good view of it. It was behind him. 7-6, Sampras.
Sampras limping to take this serve. He takes the 3 balls. Now a 4th ball to look for the fastest one.
The match again on his racket at 7-6. You must win by 2. He can do it here.
Now he's got a choice. He can go down the middle again to the forehand, or he can use the big kick out, kick serve.
Players are ready.
And get in tight and try to put away a volley. You got to play through it. These Brazilian fans
Thank you. Players are ready.
Now they agreed with Kuerten as soon as he objected to the call, and they're keeping it up. This is definitely Davis Cup atmosphere, this kind of thing.
Oh, he went for the kick.
That's a fault. Wide.
Wait, he's going for the big one down the middle. I can feel it. He's got to open it up.
Double fault. 7-all.
In the match with Henman and Agassi, Agassi wins 12-10 in the breaker in the 3rd set. And Henman was serving for it. And he double faulted. This is 2 points ago, the backhand pass. Oh, that looks right on the line.
Seven all, one more service point to Sampras before it goes the other way, and he wins it 8-7.
8-7, Sampras.
Balls returned to Gustavo Kuerten.
This Masters Series event is really heating up. We're playing for the crystal, the dollars, pride. Another Masters Series shield.
That's long. 8-8.
8-all.
Close call.
Now, if you're Pete Sampras, you have to come in, smash and crash.
Here he comes.
That's it, Pete.
Knocking off the volley. Hit right at him. Meat and potato shot for him. 9-8 Sampras.
Bring in the kitchen sink. Good technique going inside out with the backhand volley, giving him another match point.
2 service points coming to Sampras if he needs them.
Pete Sampras, last time he served out here, he served a double fault.
Let's go Pete chant comes alive again.
7th match point for the Wimbledon champion Sampras.
That's long, and Sampras prevails over Gustavo Kuerten in a thriller here in Miami.
6-1, 6-7, 7-6, 7-6.
6-1. 7-6. 7-6 here in the deciding set for Pete Sampras. What a battle. You can see he is weary but happy and triumphant. A disappointed Brazilian, Gustavo Kuerten. What a battle he put up, and what an entertainment for the sellout crowd here at the Ericsson. We'll return after this and a word from your local station.
I'm often asked what makes Jeopardy so popular. Well, I think the talented people behind the scenes are the ones who deserve most of the credit. Our producers, our director, our team of writers and researchers, and of course our amazing contestants who make Jeopardy the phenomenon it is. I don't know the answers to all the questions, but I do know the difference between Mark Twain and Shania Twain. Hey, it's not just a game, it's Jeopardy.
Tomorrow at 7:30 on Fox 51.
When it comes to investing, experts say look for security. The confidence of safe returns. We couldn't agree more. Chevy Blazer, with a steel ladder frame and side door beams, it's a safe place for your valuables. A little security in an insecure world. Chevy Blazer.
Chevy Blazer two-door, two-wheel drive. As low as $218 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for Smart Lease details.
So, what exactly brings people to Silver Springs? The wildlife? Riverboat rides? Jungle cruise? Florida's best entertainment value? The One Pass? Or maybe it's the thought of seeing the Silver Springs 2000 concert series. Hurry, get your One Pass today for a full year of fun and see Diamond Rio April 8th free.
There's only 5 episodes left. How will you say goodbye? 90210, all new at 8/7 Central, Fox Wednesday.
Grant Hill and Jerry Stackhouse know how to play on and off the court. Carla Overbeck took a year off at the height of her career to have a baby. Sammy Sosa has built an impressive home run resume, as well as a children's health clinic in his hometown. There's a time for sport and a time for life. Here's to those who know the difference.
Erica, now!
I gotta go. Coming!
3 interactive pagers, 5 separate email addresses, 2 fully functioning websites, 160 TV channels,
Oh, we're so glad you could join us, sir.
4 cell phones, and just 1 rule. Not at the dinner table. Connect and create something. Bell South.
The future is ready for Rado. Are you?
What could cause 2 boys
We didn't do anything!
to have such disregard for authority?
I fully intend to pay.
Malcolm in the Middle, all new, 8:30, 7:30 Central tonight.
Pete Sampras winning the tiebreak in the 4th set, 10 points to 8. Prevails here in 4 sets against Gustavo Kuerten. Here is the play of the day brought to you by Prudential Securities. Match point. Scooping that up. Kuerten trying to get down the line with the pass, hits the net cord, and the ball is long. Sampras, the champion here at the Ericsson. Let's go down and join him now with Pam Oliver.
All right, thanks a lot, Tim and Pete. What an exciting match. I think I'm just about to catch my breath. Give me your assessment of this match, first of all.
I'm still trying to catch my breath. It was a hard-fought match. Either way, Gustavo played great. He's had a great tournament. I felt it was good tennis today. It was definitely, my conditioning wasn't there, but the crowd was tremendous. They really got behind me. So,
congratulations on winning your 3rd title here. Thanks, Pete.
All right, Pete Sampras, champion here in a real thriller over 4 sets in a great battle against Gustavo Kuerten. We'll return here to the Ericsson in just a moment after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
Sounded like some sort of party going on.
It's the late night Fox 51 party. Hang with Homer at 11.
Rock and roll all night and party every day.
Then Sally smoking at 11:30.
Oh, mama, walk that around.
Whoa, that Dick's a super freak.
Kind you don't take home to mother.
Join the late night Fox 51 party tomorrow from 11 to midnight. Cause you can't go to bed without a party.
I like it.
Florida, so beautiful, so fragile, so vulnerable. How do we explore Florida and understand its uniqueness without destroying the very things we love best about our state? The answer lies in Florida's greenways and trails, natural areas that keep us green and blue and alive, that keep us Florida. Greenways and trails, connecting Florida's communities naturally.
T-Rex just loves the IRS. Inventory reduction savings right now at Rex. Get this RCA DVD player with Dolby Digital, 5 free DVD movies, and more for just $199. Rex has this Hotpoint by GE 17.6 cubic foot refrigerator freezer with 2 crispers, snack pan, and full adjustable shelves, only $379. And get a free Hi-Fi VCR from Rex when you buy any big screen TV 35 inches or larger. Terrific value, terrific prices during the IRS sale right now at Rex.
Open the box and push the button.
What if you're wrong?
We have no option.
Do you realize?
I am ordering you to push that button, mister.
We cannot do this.
Speak for yourself.
Mercedes-Benz Client Assistance Center.
Hi, we need some directions.
No problem.
Now the Mercedes C-Class comes with TeleAid, a direct link to help, as well as regular scheduled maintenance and lots of other stress-reducing features.
Before we got married last year, I had one of those cut-rate car insurance companies. It seemed like I never talked to the same person twice, ever. Well, right before our wedding, Dale's parents had a little fit over it. Thank goodness for Amy. She went out of her way, took care of every detail, got their claim settled before we even knew about it. When I saw the kind of service she gave Dale's parents, I switched my car insurance immediately. State Farm does act like a good neighbor.
Stuart Kobach, hopeless dreamer, hapless entrepreneur. Kobach and Company went bust after 2 years. The Kobach partnership lasted all of 6 months. 1-800-CALL-KOBACH never even got off the ground. His latest pipe dream? Kobach.com. How's it doing? It's hanging in there. Connect and create something. Bell South.
Everyone moves to their own music. Give your callers their own personal ring so you can always hear them coming. The Ericsson T18 with musical caller ID. Ericsson.
Fox Sports coverage of the Tennis Masters Series continues with the Ericsson Open, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at mbusa.com, and by Ericsson, leading the world in wireless technology.
We had a thriller here at the Ericsson in Miami. Pete Sampras winning at 6-1, 6-7, 7-6, 7-6. 7 match points it took him to do it, but he prevailed over Gustavo Kuerten. Tonight on Fox, the programming begins at 7 Eastern and Pacific with Futurama all the way through to the X-Files at 9. For Luke Jensen and Pam Oliver, I'm Tim Ryan saying so long from Key Biscayne, Florida. For more information on today's match and the latest sports news, log on to foxsports.com. Congratulations to Pete Sampras, champion of the Ericsson Open.
is the place where champions are crowned, where legends are made, and dreams come true. This has been a presentation of